Give me just a second. I gotta get all things figured out. Let's see. How do I do this? How come it doesn't say I'm in there? I'm in it. Is it not started? Okay, you say I'm started. Let me just see. How do I find it? My videos. Oh, now it says I'm live. Oh, okay. I keep that muted. Oh, that's a commercial. I ain't gonna wait around for no commercial. Okay, so there's me. I see me. Let's see if I can get it on this one. Let's see. Where's Terri Leist? Live. Oh, poop. Come on now. Ain't got time for this business. Let's see. Oh, but I want to see we want to see, card flabbit. Okay, I want to see the live chat there. Okay. Hi, Terri Lee. Give me a second. I'm fighting with it. I'm trying to get it over here so I can answer comments, but I got to find it. Oh, is that it? Hey, there's me. I see me. Hi. But this way I want to... Oh, let me turn this volume. It's going to confuse me because... I'm trying to get it over here so I can... There's a delay. There we go. Oh, hi, Wilma. And hi, Karen. Let's see. So I can see that. Now, let's get... You know we're about to get comfy. Because that's just how we roll. We're going to get comfy. Let's see. Oh, let's see. I got some coffee. It's weird because there is a delay between here and... I have you... I wish I could turn you around. But I have it on my TV behind you all. So that way I can see if I needed to zoom in or whatever. And anyway, so... Yeah, I see myself, and there's like about a 10-second delay, so it's quite weird. But I have it muted, so that way it doesn't bother me. Hi, Angela. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Karen. Give all my fur babies hugs and kisses. I sure will. Yes, got to have coffee. Let me tell you, I put the dog door, I closed the dog door. Because Callie will be out there telling all the neighbors off. So I don't want her to go out there and spread the family business. So I closed the dog door. So I'm quite sure they're going to be back and forth. And I will tell you, I've been drinking a lot of liquids today. So usually I usually have to go to the bathroom 2, 3, maybe 5 times. Depends on how much we talk. Patty cake. Oh, you're driving. That's okay. Don't write. You just listen. Oh, you have a question? Or what do my siblings think of my newfound fame? Well, I'll be honest. One sister knows, and I think sometimes she watches my videos because she's the one that said, you need to quit showing your feet. I don't remember if it was a video where I was showing my sandals. She said, don't show your feet. She said, you need to sell them or something. You can make money for that. Don't do your feet for free. I was like, you're so silly. But anyway, but the other one, bless her heart, bless her. She's just oblivious. Like, I don't even know if she watches YouTube. She knows I record my stuff, but she doesn't really, hi Denise. She doesn't really watch anything. She doesn't understand. So, hi, Julia. She doesn't really understand that people watch like YouTube or people watch other people. I tried to explain it that, hi, Trudy. Hi, Gina. You didn't miss it. Listen, you all know I will talk. I think last time it was like almost 2 hours because I was just blah, 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 blah. But that sister, she doesn't understand that people will go and watch somebody on YouTube instead of going to their doctor or joining a group. She doesn't really understand YouTube and things like that. So, oh, you were born in Springfield. That's cool. Hi, Karen. Howdy do. Springfield. So, is Springfield like, so this summer we're taking a small family vacation. Hi, Jody. I'm glad you clarified, because I would have said Jodelle. But we're gonna go as the family, like the last sometime at June, July, anyway. In there, we're gonna go to the Lake of the Ozarks as a family. So it'll be my sister, her husband, and her 2 daughters. My other sister and maybe her 2 sons. I'm not sure if they'll make it into town or not, and then my mom. So, but I don't know if that is near Springfield. There we go. Oh, I hope I turned it off. Well, we'll find out. If it goes off again in 10 minutes, I have all kinds of alarms set on my phone, y'all. So, listen, y'all know I am mean down to the core. I'll be blowing my nose. I'll be getting up to go to the bathroom. We just never know. And Lou is taking a break over there. So later on, he might be telling one of the neighbors off, and we'll just deal with it as it comes. Let's see. I have this so I can see better. I can see their questions, but they go a lot faster on my television than I can see them on here. Terri Lee just started back on keto. Had a heart issue 3 weeks ago, so got to get back on track. Oh, you love the Ozarks. Yeah, I can relate to that heart issue. Yup. We got to do what we got to do to kind of get ourselves healthy. We don't want to, we don't want to leave this planet too early. We still got stuff to do. There's people to see, dogs to pet. Ain't nobody got time to be leaving this planet early. I don't know much about it, Gina. My sisters they love to do, well, one sister loves to do the planning, and so I think we're renting a house or something. So I'll be interested in seeing what all they have figured out for us to do. I'll definitely be doing my own meal prep before we go. Much damage from the storms. I personally did not. We are still under a flood warning. Like I really should drive down there and show y'all. We have a floodgate because, we're on the Mississippi. I'm about a mile away from the Mississippi River, and the floodgates are closed. So those have been closed, and they have the pumps turned on. Hi, Heather. Let's see. Okay, so Gina's not too far from Springfield. Oh, that's cool, Angela. You went to the Ozarks with your school class. Yep, God, exactly, Julia. God's got a plan for us. That is for sure. Oh, I'm glad you liked it whenever I packed my lunch, Angela. Terry. Sorry. I like sharing it, and sometimes I take longer to make that than I do to eat it. But that's so funny. When I go out to eat, Joe, I will record it, and as long as I have as long as I'm able to upload, yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll be recording and uploading everything I eat. But yeah, it's funny. Whenever I go out to eat, or even as a kid, Mom would set up the table, and I would, it took, about 2 or 3 minutes, like get my burger patty and my bun and put whatever on it and get my ketchup and get everything ready, and I'd have it eaten in less time than it took for me to get it ready. So I've always been a fast eater, even as a little kid. But yep, Jody, that's my plan, is to do what I'm eating while I'm on the trip. Trudy, you're getting back on low carb, don't want the fat on keto. Do I have videos on my playlist for low carb to start with? As far as videos, I have different playlists. Like I have my carnivore playlist and I have my keto playlist. My carnivore, I was high fat. I did high fat carnivore. But on my keto, if you go to that one, I have it sorted oldest to newest. So that way, you know, at the top you can see how I transitioned from carnivore to keto. But I have two different ketos. One was like my first 2 months that I did was keto. Then I did my 2 years carnivore and then switched over to keto. So I think I have it listed as number 3 and then keto. So that one would have how I transitioned from carnivore to keto. Let's see, where am I at? Hi, Pat. Hope you're doing well. Oh, my goodness, Esther, you're in Spain? That's a long way. See, I always say international. We're on an international level, you guys. That's so cool. Barbara, you know, I was carnivore before keto. How much weight did I lose on carnivore before I switched to keto? So I'll give all the numbers. My first 2 months of keto, I lost 26 pounds. Then I went to carnivore and lost 60 pounds. And that 60 pounds was in a 22, wait a minute, 22 minus 7. Ziggy, 22 minus 7. Don't judge me.
22 minus 7 is 15.
Okay, so in the first 15 months, I lost 60 pounds. And then in the last 7 months, I stalled. So I lost 60 pounds in 15 months of carnivore. And then the next 7 months of carnivore, I stalled. So that's how much weight I lost while carnivore. And I think I was in the Facebook groups that, with the Kelly Hogan and all them. And at the time, they really did not encourage anybody. Well, they really discouraged people from looking at calories. But had they been a little more open-minded, and it's okay. I'm glad it worked out the way it did. But had they been a little more open to people counting calories, I may have stayed carnivore and counted calories. But instead, I got to watching Kim Howerton, and that's whenever I shifted over to keto. But yeah, I lost 60 pounds during carnivore. And then after I went to switch back to keto, I lost 90 pounds. So 20-something keto, 60-something carnivore, and 90-something counting calories and keto together. Aw, thank you, Esther. I really do like meal prepping. It's like, I don't know, I just feel so productive spending the day in the kitchen and cooking all that up. And yet, I would not be a good domesticated wife. I wouldn't want to spend all day in the kitchen for somebody else. But I'll spend all day in the kitchen for me. Ain't I terrible? But anyway, I do really like meal prepping. Angela, you're going to start making your burgers like my burger in a bowl. I really do like my burger in a bowl. And I go through phases. Now, I've been on this kick for a long time of using ground beef. But I've been through a phase of where I made my burger patties, the frozen ones. I was eating those every meal. But then I just like the texture of ground beef. Because with the burgers, I still had to break it up. And I'm like, I'm too lazy for all that. So if I use the ground beef, I don't have to break it up. Hi, Tabitha. Did I buy my salad dressings in Walmart? Yes. It's the G. Hughes Polynesian dipping sauce and the G. Hughes honey mustard dipping sauce. So both of those dipping sauces, I got mine from Walmart. Because now, remember, I have a Walmart market. And I tell you, I've gone to my mom's Walmart. It's a super Walmart. They don't have the same things. It's like I was telling her, their Walmart, the tea aisle may be this section, but my Walmart will be this times 5. But it's because my Walmart market is like a grocery store. So it's very food focused. Hello, Optimus 9000. Pat, there's such a debate about keto and carnivore. There really is. I agree. And I think that we all kind of have to do our own thing. And I think that, I watched a lot of different people. I watched Kim Howerton, and she really didn't talk too much about at that time when I was first watching about whether high fat or low fat, but she did talk about some about calories. Allie McWowie, she really talked about calories. And Keto in the Chaos, when I was watching her, she was doing a lot of the, I don't know if she was low fat or moderate fat, but so she didn't do a high fat. So I was kind of watching people who had done it before me. And in my head, it just didn't make sense for me, since I had a whole lot of excess fat on my body. I wanted to burn that fat, not the fat that I ate, which I could be way wrong on how it works. But anyway, it kind of made sense in my head that way. Sometimes things make sense in my head, but they don't necessarily make sense on paper. Hi, Diane. Yeah, I agree, Julia. It's just nice doing it for myself. You're right. Glad to see. I'm still salsa verde. I made up some. Yeah, I guess that video's out. I don't remember when I did what, but yep, I made a big old thing of the salsa verde. And I think it was last night before last, maybe last night. It was kind of a random combination. I had chicken, and I had salsa verde, and I had some sauteed onion, peppers, and mushrooms on it. And then I added some G. Hughes teriyaki. I forgot that I had the onions and mushrooms on the bottom. So then I was like, oh, some salsa verde, that's going to taste real good with it. And then I was putting some teriyaki and soy, what's the replacement for soy? Aminos, liquid aminos. I put some of that on the green beans. And I was like, oh, let me put some of that on my chicken too. So I was like, oh, that's a whole lot of flavors. It was good, but it's a whole lot of flavors. Frozen burgers are tough after cooking. Yeah, what I tried to do with them is cook them a little on the undercooked side. So they were still kind of pink, because I microwave my food later. So I don't mind things being a little on the undercooked side. Oh no, only 2 people showed up for her last live. Doggone it. She's so good and so smart. I hate that. I hate that her live has, is kind of going down. She taught me so much. My schedule's kind of hard to watch, but I really should watch and go give her some support. 5 years ago, okay, 5 years ago, if Ozempic was available, would I have taken it? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I wanted the gastric bypass surgery. But the reason why I even found keto was because my insurance at the time did not do gastric bypass surgery. My mom, she said, honey, I'll pay for the gastric bypass if you want to get it. Thank goodness, looking back now, because at that time I would not have been able to put in the mental work that's needed. So thankfully, I went the low carb route, but I had to because insurance didn't cover it and Ozempic wasn't around. But I probably would have done Ozempic. And even now, like I have some coworkers that have used it. I don't think it is a bad thing. I think that it can be a good tool. But I think it's like everything. Weight Watchers works great, but you have to learn what you're doing as you're losing the weight. Keto works great, but you have to learn what to do after you reach your goal. And I think that a lot of times, whenever we rely too much like on the medicine or surgery or whatever, we don't necessarily put in that mental work and try to figure out how we're going to survive when we actually reach our goal. And I'm thankful that as time went on, I figured out what I could and couldn't do. I'm still figuring it out. You know what I mean? I've been in my goal since November of 2022, but I'm still trying to figure out every day. I still try to figure out what and how I'm doing. But yeah, I would have taken Ozempic. And like I said, I've got some coworkers that take it, and so I feel like as long as somebody learns from it and is then putting those things into place and putting what they learn, as long as they, do it the right way, I think it could be an amazing tool. Like I said, just like weight loss surgery could be an amazing tool as long as somebody, learns along the way. Oh, you lost 50 pounds watching Keto in the Chaos, Terri Leist. Yeah, I think she's really good. I enjoy her. She had a lot of great ideas. She's where I learned about the yogurt and cottage cheese for breakfast. That's where I got that idea from. So, yeah, she's really good. I haven't watched her in a long time because I don't watch as many keto channels as I used to. Since I'm kind of in maintenance and kind of do my own thing. I still follow people, but I don't necessarily watch them. But I spend a lot of my downtime catching up on all you guys' channels. Because several of you guys have a channel of your own, so I tend to spend my evenings while I'm eating or after my video is uploaded or whatever. I spend my time catching up on all of you guys' channels. At first they say eat fat to burn fat, but now it's different. Yeah, I agree, Angela. I guess as they're learning, they're kind of, I think as people try other things, they're learning more. I think there's still a lot to learn in the whole nutrition world and even in the keto world. I mean, I think, Atkins, he was the originator, it seems, of the whole low carb thing. And, he was the first one to really make a book about it and put it into play, at least in our modern times. I think they were doing that, way before him. But I think that they're learning more and more. Hi, Andy. They're learning more and more science as people go on and try these new different ways of eating. Let's see. Barbara, if you're talking about, I'm not sure which cabbage. I've got a few cabbage recipes lately in my email. So if it's the cabbage that's cut up into a wedge and seared, that one looked really good. I just don't remember who sent it. My memory's about this long. Don't take offense. Now, Pat, you've got chicken prep for this week. That's awesome. Yeah, add the salsa verde. It was so good. Hi, Lynn. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. Hi, Kim. You only cook your ground beef in a slow cooker now. It's great. I'm telling you, it's not faster, but it's a lot less time consuming. Whenever I have to make so much in one time, sometimes I do, 10 pounds and I ain't got time to stand over a stove. Well, I do have time. I just don't have the want to. I'd rather walk away and I'd rather game or crochet or take the dogs on a walk than have to stand over the skillet, which I know it wouldn't take a full 4 hours, but I'm one of those people, less is more. Less is more. Angela, your sister-in-law had a surgery and lost 100 pounds right off the bat, but has gained it back plus and still can't eat all things. There's a lot of foods that make her sick. I'm very thankful that I didn't have to have the surgery. I know it's very beneficial to a lot of people. A lot of people do really great. But I'm thankful that things turned out the way they turned out. Julia, people who lost some weight with keto and then aren't willing to continue to live the lifestyle. You have that carb creep sometimes. Exactly. That I don't have the carb creep with like chips or breads or things like that. But where my carb creep comes from vegetables, my fruit portions getting bigger, bigger sides. That's where my carb creep and calorie creep comes from, and adding more sauces. That's where my carb creep and where my calories have been going up lately. Barbara, looking back, besides being an addict, what drove the addiction? Food can be a great self-medication. Your Your mom was a professional at it. Yeah. Are you asking what my addiction was, or what drove my addiction? Or you just mean in general sometimes that that it is something that drives the addiction. So many people taking Ozempic, the diabetics have a hard time getting it. Man, that's really rough, Angela. Linda. Hello, Linda. Have I tried chopped boiled eggs and cottage cheese together? It's pretty tasty. I have not. I would imagine that it would be good, but I'll need to try that. Hi, Miss G. Yeah, I hadn't really thought of cottage cheese and boiled eggs together. No. Oh, Barbara, you sent the cabbage wedge recipe. See, I told y'all I can't remember nothing. Hey, Gina. Hi, Betty Lee. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Betty. Happy birthday to you. Need party hat and I need a horn. Carb, yeah. It is hard to keep carbs reined in even when eating whole foods. Yep, that's my carb, or my vegetables. They definitely go up. Hi, Glow JK. Did I ever get into the keto treats? You know, when I first started, in my first 2 months, I did the fat bombs. I tried those. Actually, no, not then. So I started keto in 2017 before this time, and I lost 45 pounds. And I tried to get into them then. I did get into them and like the peanut butter and blah, 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 but I'm too lazy. So I didn't keep making them. I tried them and I liked them, but I liked them too much and I couldn't keep up with how much I liked them. So I did that time, but starting in 2019 when I restarted, I didn't do the keto treats because I started recognizing that my problem is addiction more than just what I'm eating. It's also a mindset and addiction problem for me. So I knew I had to avoid certain things, and even now I still avoid certain things. Not because I think that specific thing is going to hurt me, but because I am afraid that whatever that specific thing is will cause me to be triggered and want more of that thing. Because, I mean, y'all see, once I start something, I never stop it. So that's just how my mindset is. That's why I make my fruit stay in that specific size container for supper, because I know me, I'll get a bigger container and a bigger one and a bigger one. So I've really had to avoid the keto treats. Karen, you're trying to reset, so you decided to do an egg fast on day 2. Have I ever tried it? Not sure about all this fat, but I need to get the carb addiction under control. I didn't do an egg fast, but when I was doing carnivore, wasn't I eating about 8 eggs a day? But no, I never did do the egg fast. I think it's a lot of people find benefit in doing some of like the ground burger fast and or ground beef fast and the beef butter bacon BBBE. Anyway, whatever them letters are, I think a lot of people find a lot of benefit from those things. And so even those 2 weeks. Did I do 2 weeks or 1 week? Whatever I did of carnivore, I think, it's good to kind of do a reset. Like when I noticed that my fruit was getting more and everything was getting more and more and more, I think it's a good thing to do a reset every now and then whenever we are kind of straying and the foods that we're using we're getting a little over the top with some of the things that we're eating. Carb creep from too much cheese, Julia. Yes. It's cheese. I love cheese. Oh my goodness. Andy, you were a counselor for ED issues. When you were in counseling, I'm sorry. They were having you try to eat all I wanted of my binge foods to get used to it being okay to eat. Talk about a backfire. Oh my goodness. Man, if they would have sat with me on my binge days, I could eat and eat and eat until I thought I was going to throw up. and I would eat some more. It didn't matter. Oh my goodness, it was, that would have not worked at all for me, I'm here to tell you. Robin, do I feel at the end of the day, in order to lose weight, a person needs to be in a calorie deficit? Really enjoy your channel. Thanks for all you do. Robin, I think it's a combination. I think some people, and that's what I'm going to try with this one. So I do think calorie deficit, I don't think it's calories in, calories out. I don't know that's necessarily that. But I do think being mindful of calories for me is what helped me for my journey. So I know that whenever I'd go along and I'd stall for 4 to 6 weeks, then if I lowered my calories by about 150, 200, my weight would start going down again. And then I'd go along again and stall, and then I'd lower it for about 100, and the scale would move again. So for me, I had to adjust my calories in order for me to continue to lose weight. So for me, it definitely was about calories. But I also think it is also about what a person's eating. So like, I don't think that I could eat, I'm going to say 100 calories of ground beef. I think that would be different than 100 calories of, that's 100 pounds, 100 calories of ground beef versus 100 calories of a Snicker bar. I think a lot of that comes into play too, whether it's processed or not processed. So in my head, I think calories matter, but I also think it matters the kind of food. And in my opinion, I think that makes a huge difference. Jody said, happy birthday. Oh, Angela, we would have fun, but I'm here to tell y'all, I'm a homebody. I don't like going nowhere. I don't like doing nothing. That's why I'm single. I just want to come home and eat with you guys and play with the dogs and play video games. So I am pretty boring. Except when we're talking, then I'm not too. I guess I'm not boring. But yeah, when I'm not with you guys, I'm usually pretty flatline. Oh, Tabitha, or inspired by Grace Motivations, had to cut the nuts and cheese out for a bit. Stalls or cause a gain. Yep. Oh, trying carnivore or sticking to carnivore at the moment. I think carnivore is a good thing. I think it's an amazing way to heal things and to get a nice reset in the brain. I will always be grateful for my 2 years carnivore. I think that had I not gone carnivore, things would be different. And so I'm always forever grateful for those 2 years of carnivore. Jody had to stop all keto treats. Yeah, I just can't have certain things. Even fruit, I mean, you all see it. You see, I don't just get a simple little apple. I got to pick the biggest apples when I go. So it's just, yeah, and my fruit's usually overflowing. So in the evenings, and so I always have to have the biggest and the most of everything. But it's my personality, and it's not a good thing. But at least when we know it, it gives us something to kind of keep our eye on and watch for ourselves. So Linda, the boiled egg yolks mixed with the creaminess of the cottage cheese. Oh, all right. Oh, you can put like a little of mustard in there, a little sprinkle of paprika. That sounds pretty good. Thank you, Linda. You need to email me that because I'm gonna forget in 5 minutes. But I think that sounds good. Oh, yeah, Pat. I have to learn to keep myself reined in because it just if I don't keep myself reined in, I'll just go all willy-nilly. Hi, Moon. Happy to see you. Yep, you binge that way too, Tabitha. Do I think my channel? Yes, Barbara. Do I think my channel holds me accountable? Absolutely. The only time I will eat something that I don't record is when I'm at Mom's on Sundays and I get some of her mixed nuts, and I just grab them in passing. I don't record that. And Saturdays when I'm meal prepping and I'm tasting things, I don't record that. But Monday through Friday, and my meals, I definitely record that, because I feel like, for me personally, if I was watching somebody, or if I'm watching somebody, I want to know the real deal, like, because if my weight starts going up, and right now it's right there on the day thing, on the daily video, and somebody can be like, we see you switched to a bigger bowl for your fruit, girl. Or you can be like, you switched to that 73% and you used to eat 6 ounces. Now you're eating 8 ounces. So and I have, people do call me out in the comments, and I don't like it when I first read it. Nobody likes that. But it does make me think, and I'm like, dadgum, I don't know why they said that. What do they know? And then a little bit later, I'm like, well, maybe it is just a little bit extra. Okay, fine. Yes, there was more. It's kind of like with the oatmeal. At first, at first there was a few people saying, you're getting a lot of carbs in that oatmeal. And I'm like, what do them people know? And then a little bit later, I'm like, well, okay, there is a lot of carbs. Maybe you should just tone it down. And that's when I went to the chia seeds. But neither one kept me as full as what the eggs do now. So it's like I do think the channel helps hold me accountable, because I feel like we're all on a team together, and we're all kind of going towards the same goal. And so, now don't get me wrong, there's a couple people who say things in a snarky way. I haven't figured out if they mean it yet or not in that way, or if it's just how my brain interprets their words. But I do think that, we're all on this same journey, and we all need to, hold each other accountable. And I think it's kind of cool that we're all kind of in this together, so to speak. So a lot of times you'll hear me say, well, we better eat this way, or we better do that. And that's my brain it's not just me, it's a we. We're a we. Let me get there. Where'd my finger go? Terry got me, this is from Tabitha, or Inspired by Grace Motivations. Terry got me using my carb app again to track. It helps so much. You don't realize how many calories you take in. It's true. It's really true. And I think that's also what's kind of helping keep me accountable, because I'm reporting to you all my calories every day. And so if it starts rolling up to 2,500 calories, it's black and white right there. It is true, Angela. I do have to pick the biggest apple. I don't know. It's who I am. I picked the biggest one. How many eggs do I use in my waffles? Andy, I use 3 eggs and about 100 grams of the rutabaga. Really, really chopped up rutabaga. And then the 3 eggs and the rutabaga makes enough for the 4 waffles. And I've been saying I want to try some zucchini. I think it'd be kind of good. I want to try it, but I gotta. Oh, I don't have my shopping. Hang on. I'm gonna write that down. Shopping list. I want to try it with zucchini, so I'm gonna chop it up and see how it goes. Zucchini. I'm having to write it down because I'm recording you all. You're on my phone, and my phone is where my Walmart shopping list is. So I need to add zucchini. Yes, weekdays are easier to keep track because I'm on a schedule. I am. And like I said, when I'm meal prepping, if I'm making something different, like the cracked chicken or whatever, a whole lot of tasting going on. I'm just saying. It is like being in a Weight Watchers meeting. Do I get many trolls in the comments? Hi, Lori. There's 1 or 2. Well, I think here's the thing. I think there's one who I'm still trying to figure it out, because they'll say something like, Oh, that was a nice event you went to. Everybody was dressed so down. I can't believe everybody was dressed so down or dressed so whatever it was. But you look nice though. Yeah, and that was polite to me. Or at one time, you talk so loud, it's no wonder you're not married anymore, or no wonder you're divorced. Little things like that. And I haven't figured out if that's just their way of joking, because some personalities, it's hard to come across in typing. Some people have kind of like that dry sense of humor. My grandpa had a dry sense of humor, and it would have never come across in typing. You know what I mean? So, and I do think there's sometimes sometimes I have to be like, let me just think of it as in a positive way. So, because it could be, sometimes the message could be taken different ways, and so I really try to remember that I might be taking it like from the wrong perspective. Julia, reading my mind, thinking you would prefer zucchini to rutabaga. Yeah, I just think it'd be interesting. It'd be kind of like a zoofle. I don't know, but we should try it. Barbara, is it not awful how you see the trolls on the nicest people channels? I started praying for them. It's so sad that people are like that. They're out there. And the thing is that when you're little, whenever I had, I'll say a couple hundred, it wasn't that they didn't happen. But man, on almost every ground beef or my meal prep, you're going to die of a heart attack. I bet your arteries are clogged. Well, they're not wrong. But I didn't die of a heart attack. And the doctor said it wasn't how I ate. So, yeah. It's true, Julia. It's not all comments are meant in a negative way. So I really, I've watched some videos for work about you should try to see things from another person's perspective. So none of y'all were raised in my household with the same parents, the same sisters. Even my sisters, one of my sisters, she don't watch my videos, but she and I have a total different opinion of how our dad thought and how he acted. She saw it from her perspective as a child who was 4 years older than me, and her and him were really close. I was more close to mom. So her perspective on how dad was and my perspective of how dad was are two totally different perspectives. So I've been learning through some videos to help me be a better manager at work. I've been learning to try to see things from the other person's perspective. So I really try to do that. And you guys, I gotta go pee. What I need is like a little sign that I can flip over. It says, bathroom break, be right back. But hang on, I'll be right back, and then I'll pick up where I left off. It's a good thing I got breeches, because y'all are about to see my legs. Where you going, boy? Where you going, boy? Oh, I'll have to close the bathroom so y'all don't hear it. Watch out, you're gonna get stepped on, puppy dog. Don't get stepped on. Got to move it or lose it, boy. Move it or lose it. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. That's better. Let me get this flipped around. Okay. Nope. Hi, Debbie Sue. Yeah, I see Zoffles in the future. I think so too. Oh, okay, wait. I'm looking up. I missed some things. Linda, how did I get hooked on rutabagas? You've noticed I eat them a lot. Are they a potato substitute for you? Yes. They, to me, rutabagas have been a potato substitute. I was looking for, I don't remember what I was trying to make at the time. I think I was looking for like a French fry thing. And I don't remember, but I think when I was looking, I came across, oh, that fella. I know one of y'all are gonna know him. He was a keto, simply keto something. Anyway, he's a keto something channel, and so he when I found him, he was doing rutabagas, and so what is his name? Anyway, he's a guy. He's got gray hair, and he's got a daughter who went off in the military. I'm checking to see if any of y'all answer it. And his daughter came, whenever she come back, they would try things. Well, anyway, Simply Keto maybe? Whatever his name was. Anyway, whatever his name was. He did it. He was eating rutabaga. And then once I tried it, it fit my macros because I was in the weight loss phase. And then, let me tell you, once I tried it, and you know what's funny? There were several people from, I don't know, overseas somewhere that were saying, you need to try Swede. I'm like, Swede? What the heck is a Swede? And then somebody else a little while later, Callie, be nice. Don't you fuss at him. I see you, girl. Anyway, they said Swede. I'm like, Swede. And then somebody else said, oh no, we call it rutabaga. And I'm like, what are you people talking about? And then I saw it on, Serious Keto. Yes, that's him, Serious Keto, that fella. And anyway, so that's how I found rutabaga. And then my mom, she's the reason why I got off rutabaga for a while, because I have a playlist, a whole playlist for rutabaga. I made rutabaga cottage pie. I made rutabaga, you name it, I made it. Anyway, but my mama was like, honey, you need to stop with the rutabaga. So I did for a while. Just for a while. But yeah, that's because I saw him, and that's kind of how I started. All right, now where do we go? Yes, Tabitha, there are Zoffles in the future. I think I said, hi, Debbie Sue. I think I said hi, but I can't remember. I'm trying to go one by one. You're right, Barbara. My doctors, as far as the blockage, my cardiologist, he said even if you took away just the family, my blockages should not have been what they were. He really thinks it was a combination of dad or family history and then poor eating in my youth. But he didn't really seem I literally told him I was carnivore for 2 years, and he didn't even blink his eyes. So I guess he's heard worse. I don't know. But no, he didn't think it had to do with that. Yeah, Angela, I think there is more water in rutabaga or in the zucchini, so I'll probably have to chop it up and then lay it out to dry. Maybe is what I'll have to do. Pat, you have a real life troll. She tells you that your heart hates you for eating ground beef. Meanwhile, she's eating a burger on a bun with a side of deep fried tater tots. Pat, you need to just kick that person in the shin. I didn't say that. That ain't very nice. Yeah, I know, Tabitha. Listen, I'm calling you Tabitha, but when I say Tabitha, I mean inspired by Grace Motivation. It's just easier to say Tabitha because I'm just lazy that way. So, you're right. Some people do mean it in a bad way. You're right. Yep. I agree. Diane. in my comments, you saw a lady said she used cauliflower. Yeah, somebody mentioned that today. They were saying that they use cauliflower in their instead of rutabaga in their waffles. I have a lot of people ask me about cauliflower. I don't like cauliflower. It's funny. I don't like turnips. I don't like radishes, but I don't like cauliflower either. To me, rutabaga has more of a squash meets cabbage taste. That's the flavor it has for me. And so it's not bitter, but it's not like sweet either. So for me, that's what rutabaga, it's a combination. The flavor reminds me of a squash, like a squash and a cabbage had a baby. That's what it tastes like to me. Yes, they were stalking me on my way to the bathroom, little twerps. That's probably one of the first, man, I think I may have closed the door probably my last couple lives. I don't know if I closed the door or not in my last life. Hi, buddy. I don't know if I closed the door or not. No, I mean, I probably left it open. It was like, y'all just close your ears. Angela recently had cauliflower in her air fryer. I bet that was good. The recipe for the burger sauce that you sent me. I don't remember, Diane. I can't lie. Was that today? Because I think you sent like several of them today. I don't remember. Andy, you put whole radishes in a crock pot with a beef roast as a potato substitute. Oh, that's cool. So your husband also thought it was a potato. Oh, that's really cool. Good. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Yep. We decided it was Steve from Serious Keto. How is Lou doing today? I'm going to do this. And when I let this down, they're all going to jump off the couch. But hang on, I'm going to try to do this real slow so maybe they won't jump off. Hold on. They're like little deer, you know, you got to move real slow. There he is. There's that boy. I had to fuss at his sister a while ago because he was wanting to get up there. And sometimes she'll snap at him because it's not that she minds him getting up there, but she just doesn't want him up there. Like she knows when he gets up there, he's going to be howling at people and being obnoxious. So she don't like all his shenanigans like the rest of us get a kick out of it. But yeah. So that's what I was saying a while ago. I was kind of fussing at her. So, but he's over there. He's fine. He's crashed. I don't know. Baxter's pacing. He's mad because I've got the dog door closed. Because if I left it open, I'd have to get up every 5 minutes because she'd be out there. Bark, 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 bark. And I have to go yell at her. And then she'd come back in. And then she'd go back out. And you want to buy here, buddy? So anyway, I just like, all right, I'm making the executive decision to close the dog door. So you see him pacing. He's not a happy boy. What are my calories and macros right now? So Trudy, I haven't really got any set. I think I put my carbs at 100 and something. And my calories, they've been around 1,800. I typically post them at the very end of my videos. But heads up for next week. I'm finishing, I finished up, no I don't. Next Saturday, I will have finished up all my 73% ground beef. And I'm going back to the 93 and 80-20. They're just sitting in my freezer. I need to use them up. So then, once I start that, I want to experiment. I lost my weight with by keto and low calories. I really want to see what would happen if I lower just my calories and keep eating the fruits and vegetables that I'm eating. I just want to experiment and see how my body reacts to that and see if I can lose weight by not lowering the carbs that I'm getting in my from my fruits and vegetables. I just want to experiment. So we'll start next. Well, it ain't gonna be Sunday. Well, I don't know. Depends on when Mom gets home. If she gets home, if we get together next Sunday, and she wants, if we get together, and then I may not be starting it on Sunday. I might be eating the foods, but I might not be starting it on Sunday. But I figure I've been doing around 1,800. I'd like to maybe go down to 1,700 and just see what happens. So I'm gonna try. I don't know. I better wait until I get it, and then I can track it. But as far as carbs, I'm not really tracking those or trying to keep them low. I would say I'm on the lower side of carbs. I'm definitely not keto. But you know what? Funny enough, sometimes I still get the keto symptoms, like the dry mouth and then the bad mouth and my bad taste in my mouth. But anyway, yeah. So my macros, I don't have any really set macros. I have them plugged into my tracker for what my goals and whatnot are. But I'm gonna I'll get those figured out. Maybe next Saturday is what I'll figure out. Hang on, let me see. Where am I at? Yep, Tabitha, you've watched Steve from Serious Keto. Yeah, I think he's good. He just seems like he'd be really an intelligent person. Like he'd be the kind of person that would sit and talk, and I'd be like, huh? Anybody ever do that? You go and you're sitting there and you're talking to somebody, and they're like way up here, and you're like way down here, and you're like, huh? He just seems like he's a very intellectual guy, which is awesome. But he seems like he's a really smart fellow. Let's see. Does rutabaga have calories like potatoes? No. Rutabaga is about half. I wonder if I have that on here. I used to have a dealie on my hair. Now hang on. Let me see if I find it. You just hold them horses. Let me see. Nope, I need to go back here. I used to have the compared macros. Let me see. Vega. Oh, I did a potato versus Vega versus turnips. All right. So I did it based on 100 grams. I don't know how much that is, but it's 100 grams. So a potato will have 77 calories. Rutabaga has 37. So right around half. But a turnip has 28. So turnip is like a third of the calories, where rutabaga is half compared to a potato. I'm thinking it was a plain old white potato. Total carbs of a potato was 17, where total carbs in a rutabaga was 11. Or no, 8. Sorry, 8. Total carbs in a rutabaga is 8. But total carbs in a turnip is 6.4. So total calories and total carbs are half rutabaga from a potato. Fat, they're all pretty similar. Fiber, they're all pretty similar. Protein, there is more protein in a potato. But rutabaga is half of a potato, where turnips is like 2/3. So turnip would be the most ideal, but anyway, I did eat rutabaga on my way down in weight loss. Esther, I think it's not only what you eat, but also activity. If you walk a lot or do some sport, helps too. Makes sense. I'm glad, Tabitha, because I'm sure going to say it. It's just easier. That's a long name, girl. I'm such a weenie. Shin, yep. Julia, you love cauliflower as a substitute for noodles in your stroganoff. Ah, cool. Angela, you walk your two big dogs together today. They were so confused. Usually try to walk them. Hang on, I think part of it's getting cut off. It's like not the whole comment. Well, probably try to walk them separate. Yeah, I took the dogs for a walk. Yesterday, I think it was before lunch, right? Yeah, I think it was before lunch. I took the wild ones for a walk. We haven't done it today. So, let's see. Julia. Such cool cucumbers just now. They remind you of sleeping. Oh, that's because I showed the dogs. Okay, sorry. I'm kind of behind in my comments. Cauliflower steaks are good on an instant. Okay. Oh, it's the one you sent me on Instant Messenger. All right, thanks, Diane. Yes, Andy, I got a bunch of keto chow gifted to me. What are my plans for them? Well, I bought, and not all of them, of course, but a lot of them are like the fruity flavors. So I bought a dash. It's like a single serving. I think it's called My Pint. I don't know. Anyway, a dash, and it's it's basically a cup of an ice cream. So it's a little small ice cream maker. And so I'm gonna my thought process is I want to try to use that, and that would be good for like the flavors. I think like the guava something, strawberry and cream. I think those flavors would be really good as ice cream. So that's my thought process. I mean, I know there's other recipes. I went on the Keto Chow website. Oh my gosh, I think there's like 11 pages of recipes. So there's a lot of research I have to do for some of those recipes. But yeah, so at least that's the first thing that came to my mind whenever I thought about the protein powders was I'm like, oh, ice cream? So, but that's kind of my thought process. Like I said, until I can work my way through all the recipes that are on the Keto Chow website. Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. Oh, you're in California, so you're 2 hours behind me. So for you, it's 12:50, right? Denise, you agree with getting some walking in. Put yourself on a 30-day walking challenge. Go to the gym to use a treadmill for 30 minutes and weights. 25 days in and you feel pretty good. That's awesome. I always do feel good when I move more. I definitely feel good. Tabitha, your dog watches me because he's always beside you. Aww, that's cute. I forgot his name. Diesel, isn't it? Hi, Diesel. Hi, buddy. Hi, Diesel. Are you a good boy? Are you being a good boy? Happy Jack, are you being a good boy? You better be listening to your mama. Don't pee on her bed. Yep, Debbie's in California. Oh, Tabitha, you're in Georgia. So my mom and her friend, her bestie, they're going on a bus tour. Sorry, buddy, you can't go out right now. They're on a bus tour. They just flew out today. They're going down to Georgia. It's kind of, I guess, it's kind of close to Georgia and Florida. I think they're going to cross over to Florida at some point and then back. But yeah, my mom and her BFF are on a bus, starting their bus tour. They said they're flying out today, and then they'll be on a bus tour for a couple days. So they're going to be down there your way too. Yeah, Julia, I'm kind of nervous about all that heat from the summer too. Because we know I'm a delicate flower. I ain't going to be out there in that heat. Plus, I can't walk the puppy dogs if it's too hot because the concrete will burn their little feeties. Hi, Lori. Barbara, you played dog TV and now your dog barks when the dogs come on TV. That's funny. Oh, you're welcome, Angela. Like I said, I used rutabaga on my way down as I was losing weight. I really like it. I will definitely do a demo for it, Linda. I considered doing it during the live, but you got to put your stuff in the freezer for a little bit, then pull it out, and then blend it up, and then put it back in the freezer. So I am gonna for sure make a video because I plan on doing it after we get done here. And then that way I can have it for supper. That's kind of a thought process. Yep. Time goes faster whenever you're listening to me or worship music. That's awesome. Chris at Keto Chow has done ice cream in a regular ice cream maker. Oh, cool to know. They have I think they have a YouTube channel. I need to check theirs out. You made some keto chow ice cream this morning. Chocolate, peanut butter, and butterscotch flavors. Which machine do you use when you make yours, Debbie Sue? Julius, you're stuck in the wrong century. Never occurred to you to walk on a treadmill. I can understand that. I always tell people at work, they're dragging me kicking and screaming into the 21st century. Happy Jack's listening to me. Lori, you're a delicate flower too? Yup. My co-workers, bless her heart, one of them thought, she's like, I heard her say, she's joking when she says that, isn't she? And the other her other workers who have been here, two of them have been here 9 years, one of them 12, and the other almost 13. As I've been there almost 13. But anyway, they were like, no, she's not joking. She really is a delicate flower. Did the inflammation in my body decrease while I was on carnivore? Yes. Hi, Debbie. I don't have anything, I should say Debbie Gilliam. Hi. Since I know we got the other Debbies. I can't compare it to if I would have just done carnivore or keto. I can only compare, how I did while I was on carnivore. So for the past year and a half, I really didn't have a lot of inflammation. I am having some now. I'm eating the same now as I did a year and a half, for the past year and a half. But I do feel like, and I could be wrong, I'll know more in about whenever I'm off the Plavix, I do feel like my body is still kind of fighting some of the things that I went through back in March. I mean, I know it's only been 2 months, or it has already been 2 months, but I still kind of feel like, the Plavix, I am constantly bruised up. And I think my body is right now in a constant state of healing. Y'all, 52 years old, and last night I got a skin tear. I kid you not. Now, I worked in a nursing home. That's what 80-year-olds would get. But sure enough, I looked down my arm last night. I'm like, holy cow, I got a skin tear. And again, I know that, the Plavix makes your blood thin. It's supposed to stay thin until it gets done healing. And I'll have to be on it for 6 months, which makes me think that my body is still in the healing process anyway. But I don't even know what that question was that I'm asking for why I even got there. Oh, inflammation. But yeah, I was not having any swelling in my ankles. I was not having any issues for the past year and a half. But I have noticed that I have some now. And I really eat I think it's pretty much the same way I did, over the past year of being in maintenance. I mean, I haven't had an apple I haven't had an apple with lunch for a while. So that's even one less carby thing. So I don't know, but yeah, the inflammation definitely started going away, whenever I was carnivore, and it hadn't come back until I'd say recently. So, and that might be another reason why I'm sleepy a lot in the afternoons, because my body's in a constant state of healing. I said I'm just, it's summertime and I got a bruise and a bruise and I got a bruise and a bruise and a bruise, just covered in bruises. So so yeah, I think I'm still kind of dealing with that, but I'm okay with that. Hey, the alternative is me walking down the street or being at work and keeling over. So, and then that would mean my puppy dogs, the next person that has them, they're not going to spoil them as much as I do. I want my baby spoiled. Let's see. Talking about doing better on a treadmill. And There we got lots of delicate flowers in the house. Hey, delicate flowers. Whoop whoop. Okay, so you have the Ninja Creamy. Okay, that's cool. I've watched some of their videos too, and I forgot what her channel is. Palmy, my friend Palmy, she has a creamy, and she just did. They get making the lemonade. I think that's. I feel like a jerk, but anyway. So she just made she uploaded some videos about her making her ice cream, and I think she has the Ninja Creamy. She had hers had 4 containers. Wouldn't mind having another container, because then I could make another one for another day with the dash. The thing is with the dash is it only makes that 1 cup. However, the thing is with the dash, it only makes that 1 cup. So as a binge eater, I am much better off with just this little portioned out thing, because I can only make that 1 cup of ice cream, and so when it's gone, I can't make another one until the next day, because it has to stay in the freezer for right at 24 hours. So that is actually, it's a blessing for me to have something small, being the impulsive, obsessive binge person that I am. But it does Ninja. I was watching hers, and that's pretty cool. That's awesome. You got it for half price. Cha-ching. Barbara, you hate blood thinners. Dad had a GI bleed that almost killed him. Oh my goodness. Told the doctor a stroke would be better. Never put him on it again. He lived till 90 and still never died of a stroke. Wow. Oh man. I actually asked. So when I was at the hospital, they told me I was going to be discharged on Protonics, which is, for GI. And, but I was not sent home on Protonics. So I called hi Kayleen. I called the cardiologist office and asked to be put on Protonics. Because I'm like, I'm kind of weird and sensitive to medication. And so I would much rather be on GI medication so I don't get a bleed. So yeah, it's good that you're looking out for your dad and knew what to watch for. So the creamy has to be freezer for 24 hours also. Pat, you bought extra containers. You're no dummy. Linda, blend in a small ½ cup of cottage cheese, ½ cup of frozen strawberries with sweetener and a little cream. Half and half. Instant serve ice cream. Instant soft serve ice cream. Nice. Tabitha, you're not in the delicate flower club. You love the outdoors. Man, I wish I did. I wish I wasn't such a delicate flower. Oh, there was a shooting at the Show Me Center. Sorry, I get alerts on my phone. I had to be nosy and see what that was. Let's see. They may cut my blood. Yeah, so Debbie Sue, he has said, I think at 6 months, he said to come back at 6 months. And I have a feeling he's either going to cut it in half or get rid of it. So I'll see what he does. But I'm not worried about the bruising and stuff. But it's just summertime. And so, that's short sleeve. Thankfully, I don't wear many short sleeves shirts at work in the summertime. But yeah, so I said I look like this isn't funny, but I feel like I look like a domestic violence victim or something, or a boxer. I look like a boxer. Hey. Well, them women grapple. UFC. I look like a UFC fighter. With my bruises. Boy, you can pace all you want to. That ain't going to get the door open. I'm sorry, but it ain't happening. Yes, Elizabeth, thank you. Making the lemonade. Girl, my memory's 5 minutes long. Yeah, her video about the ice cream, that was cool. So she had 4 different recipes that she uses. And she used cottage cheese, I think. And yogurt. So those look good. Oh, the Ninja containers are expensive. I wonder. Mine, the kind I have, the little dash, it just has this little cup, and it's like a little mug. It's like a little holder, and then you have this thing that you set down in it, and there's not a lid, so I'll have to scoop it out into a container and then eat it right then. But it's gonna be exciting. Let's see. So today I was at church today. I didn't go get a pork steak because Mom was out of town. Oh, Debbie, I'm about to go see that. You have made keto chow creamy with coffee and salted caramel. Oh, so I could use regular coffee as the liquid? Girl. Now you're talking my language. That sounds amazing. Maybe I could make some and then take it to work. Pop it in the freezer and have it at lunchtime. After lunch, whenever I'm all kind of, when I'm getting thirsty. No pork steak today. Kayleen, you like the keto chow and the ice cream? Awesome. Awesome. I have some keto chow made up. And so my plan is after this live, I'm gonna make it. I mean, I'll record it so I can show y'all how it works, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. It's the strawberry and cream one. So yeah, I'm pretty darn excited. But yeah, so being Sunday, I didn't get to go hang out with Judy. Like I said, she's on her trip. And I didn't get my pork steak. But I was starving by the time I got home. Usually I'm starving when I get to Mom's house, and I always eat but I usually get to her house faster than I was able to get to my house. I had my baffles on the way to kids' church this morning, so that worked out well. Also make it in the vitamin with ice. Okay, a Vitamix with ice. Okay. And that would be like like ice cream thing too. Nice. Lori on Plavix and Protonics. Always bruise easy. I bruise easy too. Thanks, Judy. But yeah, I bruise easy too. And yeah, and it's way worse now. So are you on your short term, or is yours did you have something that you're on it for right now? Sorry, buddy. Oh, you got some cracked chicken in the slow cooker. Nice. Nice. Next time I'll use I'll probably do it with raw chicken. I think that'll taste better. I think it'll work way better, I think, because since it was cooked, it was real dry, and so it just wasn't so swoofed. Yeah, she's going to have a good time. Mom texted me and my two sisters saying, hopping on the plane, about to go. So her and her little friend, her little bestie, they are on their way. Pork steak, it is good. Pork steak, it is. They do a good job. Last time Mom wasn't happy with hers. It was a little dry, but I don't know. I guess because my own cooking is kind of dry, so I don't really notice it so much. 2 crazy keys. I'm telling you, I'm getting tongue twisted today. 2 Crazy Ketos has a great recipe for it. All right, I'll check them out too. Girl, I hear you, Tabitha. I have to eat before I watch YouTube. I can't just watch YouTube in the evening time. So many times people will send me a video or a link about something that's food related. Can't do it. I can't do it. Because 8, 9 o'clock, I'll be laying there. I'm laying in bed. I'm like, ooh. And then I'll watch it. I'm like, nope, I'm hungry. I can't watch it. So then I forget to go back the next day to watch it. Because, it's me. So, yeah. Oh, that's right, Lori. I am so sorry. I remember that. You did have a heart attack back in October and had to stent. So it'll be interesting to, so yours October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So you're going on 7 months with your Plavix. And so it'll be kind of interesting to see how we, how our doctors do it for us. Now mine wasn't a heart attack, but almost, but for the stents that I have. But did they put in 4 stents then, or they put in a stent that, one stent that made your 4th stent? Because like I said, it'll be interesting. There's a hair floating. Imagine that, I'm petting a white fluffy dog and there's a hair floating around. But it'll be interesting to see if our doctors are at all on the same timeline. It's so funny. I'm a nurse, and so I think about things like analytically like that. Like, oh, I wonder if we're going to be thinking this, having the same, the same medications and whatnot. I'm hot. It's because I finished that coffee. If you're only making 1 cup, don't start with the whole package of keto chow and like a salty taste. Okay, do a half. Yes, yep, I think that's what I'll definitely do. I won't use, because it only makes literally 1 cup. So I'll make sure I make like a 1 cup's 8 ounces, I think. So I'll do 16 ounces with 1 package and then do half of that. So that makes sense, because otherwise it will be way too strong. Oh, you've been looking for pork steaks at the grocery store. Man, I love pork steaks. I don't make them at home as good as they do at the place, but I sure do like pork steaks. I'm starting to get a little bit on the hungry side too. Let's see. Oh, Tabitha's praying for Lori. That's so sweet. I just love our group of people. I just love us. I think we're just awesome. I just love us all. So Lori, 2016. Now, listen, if I ask anything and it's too personal, you just tell me. Because I'm just, I'm like a kid. Why? What? Huh? When? Where? Why? How come? Why? So if I ever ask anything or say anything too personal, it's okay to say, I'll send you an email, Terry. So just know that if anybody ever. So 2016 had 3 stents. It was on Brilinta for a year. October was the 4th stent. Hope he takes you off Plavix soon. That would be awesome. I understand. So, buddy, you just want to go OUT. I know what you want, but you ain't getting it. No, sir. Nope. No, sir. Does that smell like something you want to... Sometimes I blow in their face. I'm like, I wonder if that's something they want to roll in. They're like, ooh, that smells so bad. I could roll in that. Such a little stinker pot. So, well, y'all, we've been chitty-chatting for a little over an hour, ain't it? Let's see. 83 minutes. I'll talk you to death. All right, now wait a minute. Let me see what you say you do. Fill the keto chow shaker bottle full with 1 packet. So there's more than 16 ounces in it. Not sure how much it is though. Okay. All right. So what I'll do is I'll follow their recipe and make it, and then pour 1 cup worth into the creamy, or into my dash. So, well, y'all, I think I'm going to call it a wrap. And I'm going to go ahead and let this boy back to OUT. And he's pacing, so he probably thinks he needs to eat a little bit. And, yeah. I know, time flies when you're having fun. I know. But last time I was here, I think for 2 hours. But I'll just talk and talk and talk. I know, it's been fun. I like it. Mom ain't going to watch this. So Saturdays, I'm usually doing meal prep all day, and I'm all a hot mess looking. I look like a hot mess, so I'm like, it's hard to do a live for Saturday. But Sunday, when Mom's out of town, it's a little easier. Not that I want her to be out of town or anything, but it's just easier when Mom's out of town. So then I can just kind of do it, and we can have a nice time. She's going to be back in town next Sunday, but Not sure if she's going to be wanting company because she gets home, and she might be a little tuckered. So we might just do another live next Sunday, and I'll just tell her that I'll see her the next Sunday. So, but I'll see, and if I do, I'll post it and I'll talk about it, you know, so that way we know. So, all right, guys, now I have to remember how to do this part. So I'm going to say goodbye. You guys have a great day. I love you guys. Look who comes in because he knows that something's about to go down. He knows I'm about to open the DOGDOOR. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll do it again sooner than this long break between them. All right, bye.